Welcome to On the Moon 8, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I want you guys to grab your Bev, your Za, whatever you got going on your beautiful day. If you're working and listening to this in the background, I hope you are enjoying your day, having a great day at work. And yeah, let's all stay blessed. We got the PUFFCO heating up, high setting. We're going in deep. We got a new decoration. It's a mythical cookbook. Shout out to Josh Scherer, probably my favorite chef on the internet, probably of all time. We'll make a whole dedicated podcast on him and all that stuff. But first, cheers, everybody. Pinkies up. New merch is out now, nolifestyle.com. These are Shaka wear quality shirts, heavyweight. I think these are 7.5 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful fit. This is a medium. Looking real fucking good. Pineapple. Alright. Not only do we got the za today, some hash and flour, some Ichigo jam. Ichigo jamu. That's what it's called. And then we got a bev as well. It's some OJ. I'm almost done with it. You can kind of see it. Cheers to you guys. Alright. Today, I got on my notes. Last episode was about synchronicities and coincidences. If you haven't checked that out, go watch that. I made it because the episode before that, number 6, I ended it right on 420, and it was about weed. The whole episode was about weed, so I was like, oh, that's kind of a coincidence or a synchronicity. So I made a whole episode on that. Right. So I'm getting ready to record this episode. I opened up OBS to start recording, and my PUFFCO is on the charger. My PUFFCO was on orange because it was almost done charging to full. And as soon as I grabbed the PUFFCO, it turned green. It was the craziest shit. And I was like, oh, I got to talk about this as soon as I start the motherfucking pod 8. So today we're going to be talking about movies. I'm doing a little bit of a movie challenge. I want to watch a movie every day. So the reason why I want to watch a movie every day is obviously because of the fall movies. I just get into that mode. You know, you're cozy at home, the fall winter vibes. But really what it is I write as well. I write stories, I write movies, I write poems, scripts and stuff like that. I haven't sold anything. I haven't made money off of it. It's just something that I genuinely like to do and love to do and want to, pursue one day, hopefully. I think writing a movie would be awesome. I feel like I have some cool ideas. But getting into that, I will be dropping things soon. I'm watching a movie every day pretty much just to get my mind into, the movie mode. Because I used to watch movies every day, all the time. And, the way I watch movies is different. I feel like I analyze them. And it's I think about the camera angles, the lighting, the editing, the dialogue, every little thing that goes into making a movie. I'm always thinking about, and it's just been like that since I was a kid. I don't know what it is, but that's something that's just I've followed as if you're familiar with Dharma or Dharma in the Indian language, it's pretty much what you're meant to do in a sense. So, Dharma, in Indian religion, the eternal and inherent nature of reality regarded in Hinduism as a cosmic law underlying right behavior and social order. Also, it means the right way of living and the path of rightness. Pretty much just the way you should be living, but everybody's Dharma is different. Mine could involve making movies someday. Yours could be working on an oil rig or whatever, making a hit song. Whatever you do is on. It's written. It's not really written for you. You are able to do whatever you want or whatever you dream of. But there's things that you will get into that you are completely uninterested in, and you shouldn't force yourself to do it just because you make money from it or just because you get some notoriety. You know what I'm saying? You should do things because you love them, because if you do things that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I mean, it's just simple motherfucking math. Right. So that's why I'm watching a movie every day. I eventually would love to direct a movie one day. So I'm just trying to, I'm watching the film just like a football player. They watch film on the other team. I'm watching film to study the films. Let's see. The first movie that I watched in my little challenge type thing was The Watchers. The Watchers. All right. So this was a great first movie. I have heard of it before, but it was never something that I thought of oh, I need to watch this. Dakota Fanning, bro, murders this fucking role, and Owen Flore. I'm not sure how to say her name, but Madeline in the movie. Oh my god, they both are just great actresses, and they destroy their roles. They're beautiful in that movie. So let's just be clear right now. I might say a spoiler. I just want to talk about the movie, and I want to know what you guys thought about the movie. You know what I'm saying? You guys can DM me. You guys do not comment spoilers, please, if you guys are going to say anything. My 10 lovely viewers. But yeah, The Watchers is a great movie. I love the parallel of the parrots. Okay, so I'm going to say a couple spoilers explaining what I liked about this movie. So if you haven't seen this movie and are going to watch this movie, go watch that and come back and then watch this if you want. Okay, so The Watchers. The Watchers is such a badass movie. I love the parallel they make from the parrots to the Watchers. Okay, so the parrots, right? Or just birds in general. I don't know. They'll repeat what they hear in the house from their owners all the time. They'll repeat humans what they say. The Watchers pretty much study these four right here that you see. They watch them and they study, and they pretty much to manipulate them. They can shapeshift. So pretty much it's like a parallel. Like the birds, the parrots can repeat things that humans say. The Watchers will act like certain people, like they can shapeshift, like they're out in the woods. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, something that I thought was really interesting. It's directed by Ishana Light Shyamalan, right? That's not M. Night Shyamalan. That's his daughter. And I thought that was the most badass thing because I'm pretty sure they worked on it together. This is a picture of both of them together. Fucking legends. If you haven't seen any M. Night Shyamalan movies, make sure you watch The Watchers, of course. Sixth Sense is, the big one. He directed the Split trilogy. I forgot the other ones, but Old is one that I've seen. Such a good movie. This guy's a genius, bro. Like I don't know. I haven't researched him too much because I'm kind of new to his movies. I'm more into like Tarantino, Scorsese, um, Spielberg and stuff like that. But this guy's pretty badass. Like after I seen this Watchers movie, I've watched I think it's called Signs or something by him. Signs. This movie. This movie has two huge actors, Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, I didn't even know this fool was in there. But this movie is trippy. It's just very well directed. Oh look, it's him right there. That's crazy. But it's a trippy movie. It's about crop circles, and it's just directed so well. I think this is his first movie. No, I don't think it's his first movie, but it's one of his biggest movies. People love that movie. It's not my favorite movie from him. I do like Old better than that one, and then I think Watchers is definitely the best movie that maybe he's worked on. But it doesn't say it's his main director credits, which is interesting. That's the first movie that I watched. The second movie that I watched is Blood Simple. This movie was recommended by Raiders of the Lost podcast. Shout out to those guys. I just found their podcast because I wanted to do something while I worked on like editing or whatever, cleaning or just anything. That was movie related, but I didn't have to visually watch it. So pretty much that like those are like movie reviews, right? So these guys pretty much they talk about movies for hours, like 2 to 3 hours. They have like a Goodfellas, how well they can remember Goodfellas from memory. They cannot touch their computer. I don't know if they have notes or not. I don't think they do, but they just go back and forth. Literally, like they just try to explain the whole movie beginning to end in the most detail they can from memory. And I think that is just such a cool podcast concept that is just so interesting to me. So shout out to the Raiders of the Lost podcast. They inspired me to watch Blood Simple because they dropped this video called 100 Movies You've Never Seen, and this was like one of the first. I think it was the first one. It was 100. It's directed by the Coen brothers. I'm getting put onto so much stuff by this podcast. Go watch that video if you haven't. Okay, what do I love about this movie? I love absolutely everything about this movie. I love movies that can tell a story with the least amount of dialogue possible. I think that is like one thing that makes movies great, is how the actors can portray a story without saying a single word. Just complete beautiful acting in this movie. This movie is one of the just crazy trippier movies. Not trippy in the sense of like psychedelic or paranormal. It's just such a sick story. It's just wow, bro. It's like literally one of the most beautifully directed movies. Just the acting, everything is just so perfect. Like it's like I crazy. I've never even heard of this movie. So 100 movies you've never seen. The first movie I've literally never heard of it or seen it, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind. The second movie on that list is Dogtooth, I believe. It's like a surfer skater movie. I don't know. Those movies aren't really my vibe, even though like I do know how to ride a skateboard. I enjoy skateboard culture and stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess I'll check it out. It just I don't know. I think the surfing. I've never been surfing, and I do like skating. And I did like I think mid 90s. Mid 90s was a good movie. Blood Simple. I can't recommend this one enough. If you were gonna watch one movie on this list of 3 movies that I have, Blood Simple should be the first one that you watch. It's such a fucking good movie. And also check out Raiders of the Lost podcast. I can't recommend them enough because I literally have been watching them like every day since I found them like a week ago, since I started this little movie journey that I'm on right now. The third and final movie that we're talking about today is man, it's I literally when people say love hate relationship, that is the perfect way to explain my relationship with this movie. I love it, but I hate it so much. Um, I think there's this thumbnail on YouTube. I was going through YouTube after I watched the movie to see what other people had to say. I didn't watch it, but the thumbnail said, "It's so bad, it's good." Deliverance 2024. It's a brand new movie. I'm not sure if it was in theaters, but it is on Netflix. Oh, Blood Simple you could watch on Max. Watchers you could watch on Max, and then Deliverance is on Netflix if you are wondering. Okay, so the Deliverance 2024. This is a horror suspense movie. What I think the Deliverance really is, I think it's a Conjuring wannabe. That classic, the house is haunted. It starts possessing the family, and they start going after each other. That classic horror movie plot. They did it so well. Okay, spoilers incoming. I'm going because this one's the most fresh in my memory. I just watched this one last night, and I stayed up late to watch this, and I almost wish I didn't. Kind of glad I did, but you'll get okay. So this is why they did the story so well. How the house has, like a demon. Obviously, you could tell it's a demon, but they never show it, and it's like they keep like teasing it. It's almost like a tease. The first 2 acts, the first 2 acts is a total tease about the demon. We know that there's a basement. They're going in the basement, but they never show the basement until Act 3, which I think is genius. It's a great move. But just like I'm not sure if it was The Conjuring or Annabelle. They do all this stuff, and then they end up having that final fight scene or the exorcism scene in the basement. The Deliverance just felt so much like that movie towards the end, because that's pretty much where that's like where they are. They're in the basement towards the end. The reason I love this movie is because the story was so well written. How it's a black family with a white mom or white grandma. So Glenn Close, Alberta, is Ebony Jackson's mom in this movie. A real mom. The dad is black, but he's not there. And then Ebony Jackson, the mother of Caleb McLaughlin, Demi Singleton, and there's another little kid. His name is Dre. He right here, Anthony B. Jenkins. This dude, man, he's gonna be a legend. Like literally, mark my words. He did great for being like for his role being a little kid. He must have had so much pressure on him to do that role. Respect to you, bro. You did great. Shout out Dre, bro. Okay, so Ebony Jackson, her kids are Anthony B, Demi, and Glenn. I'm not even. I don't know. I'm saying this like you've never seen this movie, but these are total spoilers. The dad is also not there. It's a low income family. She's broke. She's struggling, and then like she's not getting along with her kids. I pretty much related to like the whole like family aspect. Not the multicultural one, but just the poverty. A single parent trying to get things together for her kids and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely tugged on the heartstrings and it made you like just love the family. And then once the demon came and was just breaking the family apart, oh my god, it was like they did so well, at how they pretty much were just like breaking the family apart. Like it was dope. Oh, and then the whole child support, like her having like a felony, I believe, because I think it's called a DCS officer. That's what Monique plays. Cynthia Henry absolutely killed her fucking role. I guess some could say that she had a minor role, but she played it in such a major way. I fucking loved it so much. Yeah, that whole aspect was really cool too. Like it was great to see Ebony's and Cynthia's like disputes and then how they tied it in at the end. Like, oh my god, it was like so well written. But this movie went in a way that I absolutely do not like. I do not like when movies go like this. It's the paranormal, like they keep it so real. Like it seems like all this could happen. It seems like, like the kid could go crazy like from like experiencing like things that the mother is doing, because the kids and the mom, they're having that conflict. Could be, the kids are really getting affected. I think it's the scene where Monique is talking to Dre when Dre is tied up in the mental hospital, and he pretty much just turns into a demon. There's like the CGI, the voice change, and I was like, oh my god, like the whole movie just for it to end like this. Like the third act was just, I think, just terrible. I wish they didn't add all, like, he started climbing up the walls and bending and all this stupid shit, and then towards the end he's just like fighting like older ladies, like I think her name was Apostle James, how he kills her. I'm like, bro, like, okay, like they, killing off the characters makes the story interesting, but the way it happens, like, you want to possess this kid and make him like all like it would have just been so much better, like if they made the story like not so paranormal and all that CGI shit. I'm not anti CGI, CGI people can make it work. Like The Conjuring was great. Annabelle is great, but I don't know why they keep trying to like recreate that same genre. I understand, you want to make your mark, and you might have like a great idea, great twist on it, but oh my god, this movie would have been so fucking good without the paranormal. I almost want to write an alternate ending, and I think I am. I'm gonna do a little research on where to post that. Maybe Reddit, probably Reddit, just to like get a community about it and get like some ideas. I enjoyed the movie. I have a thing about the paranormal aspect. It's just not something that I'm into. The ratings, I'll give the Watchers a 9 out of 10. It was a horror movie that had. Okay, so here we go. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. All right, don't fucking kill me. But The Watchers was a paranormal movie. Obviously the Watchers don't exist. It's a paranormal entity from ancient times that study humans. That they did that so well. The whole movie, like the ending, the Watchers ended so good. I have a theory. I think I think that John wanted to stay. We'll do theories. We'll do theories in a second. Hold on. Yeah. So the Watchers, the ratings, the Watchers 9 out of 10. Blood Simple. Blood Simple, I'm gonna give it an 11. I'm giving it an 11 out of 10. That's crazy. That blew my own mind right now. It's such a good movie. You gotta watch Blood Simple. I don't recommend that enough. Movies from the 80s are just so mean, so it's a little biased. I'm a product of the 80s. Like, my parents grew up in the 80s, and then all my uncles and aunts, they're all just such 80s fucking people. So it's like, I just love the 80s. Deliverance, god damn it. God damn it. 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The ending was whatever. The third act, the whole entire third act is just whatever. But it is a good movie. The acting was brilliant. Ebony Jackson. She I want to see what other movies. Let's check it up right now. Ebony Jackson or Andra J is her name. I'm saying her movie name. Uh, she's in Cars 3. United States. That's her in the cover. United States versus Billie Holiday. She plays Billie Holiday. Okay, I might have to check this out because her acting is so wonderful. I'm so 50-50 about this movie. Like, okay, let's say 70-30 because just the third act is what I really is I have a problem with. The relationships that they created in this movie were so powerful to me. I don't know, maybe because I grew up with some of the similar things that happened to that family, but oh my god, it was so good. Like, you almost feel like you're part of the family, like watching this movie. Like, it's so good. But then the third act. All right, anyways, watch the movie. I do recommend it. 8 out of 10. That's still a good movie, even though that's still a good rating, even though I don't like the third act. I think that's about it for today, boys and girls. So I hope you had a wonderful time watching. If you have anything at all, Za or Bev, anything to drink, cheers to you, my friend.